This is our presentation on how HighScope supports the family by Chloe Began and Catherine Crossan, ECCE Year 2 Group B. In this presentation, we will talk about the family and how HighScope supports all parents in and outside of the setting. What is HighScope? The original HighScope curriculum emerged from one of the earliest intervention programs, the Perry Preschool Project, which was developed to provide quality early education services to children aged 2.5 to 5 years from disadvantaged backgrounds. This project formed the basis of an influential longitudinal study which has found long-lasting social and educational effects. The founder of HighScope, David Weikart, said he wanted to create a school that fundamentally changes the teacher's role from one of directing groups of children and their learning by providing uniform lessons to one of observing the child's self-planned work, engaging in conversation about the progress of the work, and expanding language and vocabulary. What is the family? Family is a single word with many different meanings. People have many ways of defining a family and what being a part of a family means to them. Families differ in terms of economic, cultural, social, and many other aspects. But what every family has in common is that the people who call it a family are making clear that those people are important in some way to the person calling them their family. Types of families. In today's society, there are many different formations of family. Some of these include lone parent families, gay or lesbian coupled families, divorced or separated co-parenting families, heterosexual families, reconstituted families, and blended families. HighScope consciously supports each type of family in and out of the setting. In HighScope, Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory provides a framework to understand the multiple important influences on the child's life. Focusing on the family and the childcare setting, it can be seen that these are both in the microsystem, the system that affects the child the most. The child is in direct contact with both of these institutes on a regular basis. Understanding parents. Many parents can feel guilty when leaving their child in the care of another person. This can cause the parent to shut out the childcare provider and pay strict attention to the child. In order to support the parent during the difficult transition, HighScope sets aside time in the daily routine for greeting and departure time. Building relationships. In order to build effective relationships with the parents, the HighScope setting provides a chance to meet with the parents beforehand to discuss the needs of the parent and get the child's relevant information. They also share information with the parent regarding how the service operates, for example, policies. Strong relationships between parents and carers helps to eliminate problems in the setting. By accepting that the parent is the child's main caregiver, the child's learning experience will be enriched in the setting. Tina Bruce states, "It would not make sense to try to educate a child without taking account of the most significant people in his or her environment." The HighScope setting ensures to promote the importance of the relationship between parents and the childcare worker. Parents as partners. Parents' essential role in the child's life and education is recognised by staff in the HighScope setting, and so a partnership is developed. Parents are given access to information about the curriculum through open days, meetings, and social events. This is crucial in successful learning and makes parents feel welcome in the setting to give their expertise and support learning opportunities for their child. Supporting parental involvement. HighScope provides parents with multiple opportunities to become involved in their child's programme. Whether they volunteer in the classroom, serve on policy-making committees, contribute to a newsletter, or attend meetings and workshops. HighScope also gives an opportunity for an open house where all family members can come to view the setting. The HighScope approach includes many ways to foster the two-way home-school communication. HighScope teachers also help parents develop strategies for implementing elements of the curriculum into everyday activities. Parents learn to recognise the key experiences in HighScope and bring these into the home, for example, exploring the number of things.
Parental workshops. These workshops help parents understand how and what their children learn in a HighScope classroom. For some parents, it may be difficult to see different ways of learning other than the adult providing information to the child. These workshops teach the parents different ways of learning and can focus on the importance of active learning. This helps parents to understand the learning that can be found at home and during play. In the workshops, one strategy is to consider the interests, educational goals, or expectations that the family members express for their preschool children. Home visits. Home visits allow the worker to introduce themselves to the parents so they will know a familiar face at the setting. Parents get the opportunity to ask questions about the setting in a relaxed environment. The main purpose of the first visit is to create a warm, friendly relationship with the parents and the child. The practitioner will listen to the parents and find out important information about the child. This includes important adults in the child's life, the child's interests, food allergies, and what will help the child settle in smoothly to the setting. This will all be the basis for real communication with the child. Working with parents of children with special educational needs requires an open and humble approach. Issues change all of the time for families who have children with special educational needs. Parents can be anxious for their child to achieve. The childcare workers understand that families can be overwhelmed and ensures the child experiences an inclusive education. HighScope promotes a parent-friendly environment. It is important that the setting is friendly and welcoming, as some parents may have only bad memories and feelings of failure about institutions. The setting should provide a notice board with important information and regular updates for keeping parents sufficiently informed. Feedback from parents is advised in HighScope. It is important to frequently review what is being offered to parents and children. One way of reviewing the service is by asking parents what they think. There are many ways and styles of bringing up children, as there are families. You need to be inventive and find new ways and opportunities for families to express what they value about nursery. To conclude, no other adult in the building can possibly know as much about this small new person as their parent does, and in the beginning the teacher must depend on the parent's knowledge in helping the child to settle in happily in the nursery. Thank you for listening to our presentation.